I am great. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Welcome back to our other session. So, yeah, today's session we are going to be introducing Arena. We are done with theory and we did it last week. So, whoever who's not sure about what's really happening now, we are doing the software part, which is aka practical side of things. Uh, working at VUT, it's a little bit, a lot of things are a little bit tricky because most people work, I can say from home, yeah, and we come and go basically. So at times you might have an intention to ask and confirm something, and you eventually forget because of you just go to class and come back. So maybe I must get into a habit of calling people whenever I need something because yeah, it's not working out for me to say I'll see so and so on Monday and ask them about this and that. Yeah, so I need to ask about how to arrange for the tests because test one, everything we've covered actually it's in your test one, your theory part, and then we're going to do as we're doing the practical, this is going to be the segment of your assignment, and which is, I believe, the assignment is the one that is a GA because it's even 50% of the semester. Then there's also a practical test. So as we are doing practicals like this, at some point I'll have to give you the practical test. Once I see that I am happy with the content I've covered, and obviously it will be time for me to give you the practical test. So this I'm stating it in record. Uh, that's why I am also recording. So I can see that people are not opening their Vutela. It's a little bit alarming to see that we have 16 days since the last access, 21 day, 17. Yeah, guys, this is very alarming. It's not cool. I was just checking our class numbers so that I can be able to know how many students am I dealing with, and then I came across that. So I hope you guys have installed the software in your computers because if you don't want to fall behind, uh, you have to like not even just fall behind, even fall asleep. You'll have to at least have the software ready, as it was stated last week. Uh, I just hope that at least next week people they are prepared to display or to follow what I am doing. And then maybe I need to. I'm using two screens as we speak. It's easier for me to you see. So maybe you guys also need you are blessed and lucky if you have two screens. So those with tablets and a laptop access the class from the tablet, meaning attend via the tablet and let the computer free so that you can be able to follow as I do. Yes, the classes are recorded. However, it's easier when you are able to do as I do, ask questions and stuff like that. And if you can't, you're going to be behind and you might not even be able to cover. I understand the fact that you guys are working and it will be much easier for yourself, basically. So I'm gonna start. So I have, how do you deal with this? Let me take it down. I have the project bar over here. The project bar is divided into data definition, discrete processing. So data, these are your data sheets. You will hear every time I say bring up an entity sheet or whatever. queuing. You handle most of your queuing here on your data sheets, and you are even your resource. When you want to do things such as capacity, this is where you do them. Then your processing now, your discrete processing, this is where you have your flow, process flow basically, because usually, as you can see, this is a create, and then probably you are likely mostly to use, even though we don't use this delay, but yeah. So this is a basic structure of create, delay, process. Usually we have release, with release, and uh, dispose, which is to end the process. So where's my dispose? There's my dispose. This is to end the process. So the process flow, you do it based on here. Then we have decisions, this side, when you need to decide, a two-way chance. As you can see, usually it's 50-50. So the system is able to simulate different chances. And you do have a conditional chance also, whereby you are coming up with the if statement. If, because this is by condition, if this is like that, and then you are able to make a decision based on that. And there's another one whereby you can add multiple scores. Then you can also add multiple percentage distribution on it, so that probably you want to put a lot of conditions on it. And then there is grouping, and there's input, and there's animation, there's material handling. So not necessarily that we're gonna use all of them. We will use a good number of them. And if we have anyone who's in a space whereby they are required to be utilizing Arena training, Arena software, and they need extra lessons. I have a former student of mine who's about to offer some training in this. Like, they managed to push Arena to a point whereby they are now so advanced with it, to a point that the I don't know if this word will sound correct, self-proclaimed consultant for Arena. I'm sure maybe it's because of where they are working. Maybe they are training them thoroughly to a point that he's now doing something on the side. So I'm gonna share this with you, so that if you are interested, you can contact him. I'm also will be joining his sessions that are coming up next week. So you will read and make up your mind if you're interested. I am not promoting, don't get me wrong, as if I am promoting my student. I am not at all. However, it's important that we are able to share information. I'm not sure if I will be able to drag and drop on my text box. I'll attempt to do that. It's not possible. Maybe I'll share file. Okay, let me just one more time. I'll attempt to share. I'm not even interested to view it. I'm not view it. I just want to share only. And unfortunately, these sessions are not free, but it's something of, if it's important to you, you'll make up your own decision basically. So yeah, I'm sharing with you now, and yeah, I hope you are able to see it from your own end. So without wasting any time, I'm using this book. I'm on page 64. Our obvious books, simulation with Arena, and the current page I'm at is 64. So if you want to follow what I'm doing, it's on 54. I can't display both. It's clumsy when I do that. It tends to I'm not enjoying the view basically, like it. Yeah, so I'm going to hide one, and which I'm going to hide the book and follow it. So basically, what I am teaching you now is something that you can teach yourself, but obviously you don't have time for that. That's why you come to class. So let us begin. Let me just on a zoom. So we have the create module. These are called modules. Here we call these data sheets or a spreadsheet. So under the module, we have part arrive. So the create is not good. It doesn't tell a story as compared to when you say part arrive. It could be customers. Part arrive. This is the name of what? This is the name of your. This is the name of your arrival point. Ne? Part arrive into the system. It doesn't mean that it's your it doesn't mean that it's your product or it's your customer. We are just saying that this is a reference point where the customers are coming into the system. That's the name of that. Like we can simply say entrance of to the system, the passage to the system. Then our product now it's this one, the part. So you need to type the under entity. It could be a customer, it could be a part like we are doing right now. So we're going to type part. Uh, I've already because I was refining my I was going through the stuff. So unfortunately, I've already typed it in. So that's your part there. Okay, and then the under the type box we have we select random expo, so there are different types of uh, expressions that we use there. And I believe if you want to know more about these expressions, you can refer to Appendix B of the textbook. You will be able to get more clarification about it. All right, even its definition and stuff like that. And the the value is 5, and then the units is minutes, and the part arrival, so meaning entities per arrival, you want one at a time. And the maximum arrival, this is serious, guys. Leave it to infinity, because if you don't want to say, I know I'm going to handle 30 people, you can, depending on what is it that you're doing. But in the case of a bank, you know, you never know the number of people you are going to be exposed to. And then this is first creation. This goes to at what point are you supposed to after 5 minutes. So if you want to delay the process before you start, you would put a number there. I believe this is the first creation is in a form of time. So we're gonna leave it at 00. So the process is welcomed to the system almost immediately. Okay, and you click OK. Then the information that you are seeing here, you can still edit here on the spreadsheet. As you can see, you can still edit. If it happens that you are having multiple entities arriving, because you can see that this is just an entry point for an entity, but you can't take multiple entities to come from there. As you can see, it's only allowing one at a time. Therefore, if you needed to do another one, you will have to do this. Maybe it's part B. So it will have to come from a different module, a different create module. And with that said, you are able to now monitor these create modules that we've created here on the spreadsheet. You are able to even edit if this was to be 3. You're able to do that. You are able to say minutes, entity per arrival, infinite, stuff like that. You are able to do all those information. Then now, if you pay attention, this has not yet gave us more details about the type of it has not yet given us more details about the type of entity that is coming. So if you want to go deeper onto the entity, you go back to the data definition and you add I'm sure it's coming up. Okay, double click it so that you can be able to edit it. Then now over here, you are able to change the entity type. You are able to put on a picture. So you have different pictures, blue ball box, green ball, person, red ball, and stuff like that. So there. And we have another critical information, such as the holding cost per hour, initial value added cost, initial non-value added cost, initial waiting cost. This is what initial I believe transport cost, initial other cost, report statistics. This captures information such as your how long did the product be kept on the system and stuff like that. It's very important to you can't do this thing and then next thing you skip you say I don't want statistic on the entity because it tells you about the movement of the entity. So it's very important to keep the checkbox turned on. Yeah. Okay. Then I'm just checking here. So they say a checkbox at the end lets you ask for report statistics on this entity type, including the average maximum time in system observed for these types of entities during the run. So we have only one entity type in our model, but if you had several, each would have its own row in the entity spreadsheet. So each would have its own row if you had several entities. Okay, and then now moving right along, we have the process. You look for the process, you find it like that, drag. So this you drag and drop, yeah? So at times you wonder how do we connect? The connect is the one that helps us to connect. The connect is the one that helps us to connect. So now we want to give this process module. You see it says process 3. That's not a good name. What is this? You can also somewhere give it a name that has to do with a function, so a functional name. So in the case of the example that we are doing, it's going to be drilling center. All right, and then the type we leave it as standard. And so this process represents the machine, including the resource in its queue, né? The resource and its queue and the entity delay time. Né? So then the entity delay times, these ones, the delay types here, what it means is part processing. So to delay the part, it's like you're processing yeah, part processing in our case. Okay, so now we leave it as standard as I did, and make sure that we are having the report statistics that is checked up so that we know the queue lengths, we know the utilization, we know the waiting time in queue, right? So it's very important that you know those things whenever you are reporting back. I want to do something quickly on my thingy, on my PC. Okay, so now I need you to select cease delay release. Okay, so this is action. What is it that we're going to do? We want to cease the resource and want to delay. So now to cease is to, it's more like activate your resource. And then when you are delaying, this is the very important function that is utilized in automation. A product comes into the station and then it seizes the resource. Then the resource, it starts to operate on it, or it starts to work on it. Then it needs a time delay in order for the process to take place. So it delays, meaning it works on the product, then it releases the product after that. So the book, it states that it indicates that we want this module to take care of the entities seizing some number of units of the resource after a possible waiting queue, then delay for a time representing the service time, and then release units of the resource so that other entities can seize it. Okay. So there are a variety of these. There's delay only and never cease. There's just to hold and delay only and never cease. And there's this one. So we're going to choose the full set, which is cease, delay, and release. Okay. Then we're going to define the resource. So what are you seizing? You seize the resource. So let's add the resource there. So under the resource, you need the resource name. The resource name cannot be the same thing as the name of the process. We said drilling center. So a name that would make sense in this case is just drilling or drill press. Usually the one that is used for drilling is a drill press. That's a resource, in fact. Okay. And again, so this is drill press. Drill press. Okay. It is very important to the statement here. It doesn't say the number of resources. It just says at the time, how many machines do you want to seize? How many machines you want to seize? Meaning how many machines you want to use. So you do not change that. If I said there are 2 machines there, it doesn't mean that you are utilizing those 2 equipment on that station. We do that under a different category, which is a data definition for resources. I hope that makes sense. With your permission, I'm very energetic today. I don't know if you want me to keep the class short so that you guys make sure that next week you are. But at the same time, the class is recorded, so it's not important. I was trying to say we keep it short, then we'll continue next week so that you guys can install. But you can still install and watch the video and arrange other aspects of your viewing devices, because you definitely need a secondary display here. You cannot win with one. You can't win with one. Okay, then moving right along. So we have delayed. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Moses Mtimun. I'm sure you're Mr. These days it's difficult to make sure you stick to the right gender and initials and stuff like that. You know, these days you get easily into trouble, man. Guys, must forgive us. We are lecturers. We are always having so much in our minds, and we always cross wrong lines. And yeah, I apologize for all the lecturers in advance. I know all of them. They are just talking rubbish. So we the delay type is going to be triangular. So as we can see that we are still having the different types of. This is your. I think this is your distributions basically. Yeah, it's a statistical distribution, and it kind of determines. There's a lot in it. You see, it says constant here, and it says normal distribution, so which works with the mean and standard deviation. And there is this triangular, which focuses on minimum value, most likely, and maximum. And we have another one that says uniform. And under expression, we are actually opening others now that you can explore. Sometimes they're even combined. To understand, sometimes they are even combined. We have uniform, that is mean and max. We have exponential, which is it works with the mean. We have gamma, John, log mean. We have poise, yeah. We have content disk, yeah. Wave for the wave. I'm forgetting what the wave. Yeah, I have a lot in my mind. As I said, I'm from a 2-hour class and a 3-hour meeting, and I had to prepare for this class. So, you know what? Valiant do, but it's fine. So I'm not going to leave it as an expression. Obviously, they are requiring us to have a triangular, and it must be in minutes. Guys, the standard time, be careful about it. It will cause you trouble. You must, if we are using minutes, make it a point that, because this thing can even have days. So meaning when I now we are delaying this thing for days. You see now, it comes every minute, then you want to work on it for days. So that is you need to be careful of it. Even when you are doing your troubleshooting, these are the things that you must check. The delay type that you are using, you need to be very careful with it. Your units, you need to be very careful with it. Make it a point that you always check all those things. Okay, so this is 1, and this is 3, and that is 6. Okay, then you click OK. So I mentioned something very critical, that that's not where you are supposed to do the, what you call this. I said this is not where you're supposed to do the capacity. Then if we needed 3, machines. We come under resources, then you want to see the drill press. It's a fixed capacity, and you also have based on schedule. We have capacity. You see now, you have infinite capacity, meaning that you don't run out of resources, and you can then now put two there. It even shows you how long it is. It even shows you how much does it idles. It even gives you per use statistic name. Sometimes we will get to these things. And now even the failure, it does give you the failures. How often does it fails? So what happens when this machine fails? Do you ignore? Do you wait? Do you preempt? Stuff like that. And if we are exploring, get into a habit of deleting stuff, you'll get errors that you can't really configure because of you were adding stuff. So get into a habit of deleting, because of everything that you are adding here has a reason. You don't just add and say my system must run it properly in the future. No, if you added something that you were not meant to add, please delete it. Okay, so this book is a storytelling, guys. It's just very long. If I had a paid version of I was gonna say, just give me the instructions that I must follow, not the entire book. Because currently, I have the entire book. Guys, I need to answer my colleague and tell her that I'm in class. Apologies for that. Mama, can I call you tomorrow? Class Oh, yeah, yeah, I know. Get our phone. I still wanna talk to you. I'll call you. Thank you, mama. Sure. Sure. So, now I'm moving right along. I've explained everything under these sections that I am on. Okay. So, the queue now. Nearly forgot about the queue. So the queue, you see now we have drill center.q. So when you are dealing with the queue, this symbol here is the one where your products will start queuing. Your product will start queuing, and then they will align there. So you have a method that you can use, meaning the sequence. Now you can do it based on a very FIFO, first in first out, LIFO, last in last out, last in first out, lowest attribute value, highest attribute value. This is where you are dealing with that. Okay. So we're going to leave it as first in, first out. Okay. So now looks like we are required to do to add the animation basically. Is this my book? Why this book is not highlighted like I thought? What's happening? I hope I didn't open the wrong book. So, because my book, I had a lot of things highlighted. This one is mostly blank. I don't know what's wrong. I'll have to skip to my book because, yeah, I don't want to scroll a lot. I pause a lot because of that. So now we're gonna quickly skip into the animate. So under animate, you can animate a lot of things. So you can animate resources and queues. Ne? So I want to animate the resource and queues. So there's your resources there. So as you can see, this is when the machine is idling. This is where the machine is busy. This is when it's inactive. And then now when you are having a fail, it will be red. Okay. So if we were burning something, I want to show you something very interesting. If it was happening, like let's say you had interchanging states of something. So I want to see if this will allow me to just add. Okay, maybe this, when this machine is idling. Okay, this is my drill press. So you assign the identifier. As you can see, it will only pick up resources when you're doing this because it's a resource picture placement. All right. So now I want to, when this is idling, let's see if it will allow me to edit, add picture. No, 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 no. Okay, I see now. I need to take it that side. That you see, it's on idle. Now, when it's busy, it will be flaming red like this, and then it will be like that. Then, I think, yeah, I think it's okay like this. When it's idling, when it's busy. Okay, you can also add these things, guys. You can add them. You can add them and edit them. You can even duplicate them. Most of the time it's always good to duplicate, so that if, especially when you want to demonstrate, so it failed, you want to change its color. It is possible to change the color. I did a double click to explore there, and you go to draw and you go to fill. So let's say I want it to be yellow. Okay. Oh, you need to click on it first. It will never just fill without you clicking on it. So, and there's a section where they go deeper into this, and I'm sure we're gonna get there. So I hope I didn't lose it. Where's my where's my thing? What did I do? Okay. Then reference point. These are reference points, guys. It is always recommended that you move it to the center. I think I didn't get enough time to really grasp why is it supposed to be, but it kind of I think as it's moving on the line, if you take this thing down, this product you won't be able to like put it properly. So yeah, in a way, you won't be able to place it properly if you don't center it like that. Then after that, you close that. So now, as you can see, field is yellow. If you want to use field there, that's how you're gonna use it. Okay. Okay. So now I'm gonna click OK. Yes. Okay. Equipment 2. Do not delete anything this side. If it happens, change something. Change the date. We'll say 15/08/2025. Do not mess up your files here. And if there has been a habit of keeping them, putting them somewhere, if you make amendments of such things, you might lose them and not be able to retrieve them ever again, and you don't want that. So that, okay, now we place the picture. Okay. I hope it will be able to play whenever it's busy and stuff like that. All right. So now, so we're going to dispose now because we are producing. We need to dispose our workpiece. Let's dispose. Never do anything in this software in a hurry. When I say practice, I mean it. Start now. You can see that our classes are awkward. No more Pizza Friday until you finish the thing. You signed up for it. And I'm happy to teach because it's my brain, but so we have to push. We'll see nice time got December. So now under dispose, the parts are doing what? They are leaving. Part. Hi man, when I'm not lying to me or what? Am I dreaming? Part leaves system. That one you usually don't do much in it, and obviously you need to know record entity statistics. Do you see something? We are always recording entity statistic, report statistic. Also here you're reporting about everything, and then on dispose we are recording about the entity, and even here I'm sure you need to be reporting about the where is the reporting. Oh, in this one, it doesn't ask us to. Let's try to see under data definition because I saw that we were reporting or something. Yeah, report statistic. Okay. So now we're gonna do what is called dynamic plotting. No, I need to open another book. This book, no. It's too blank or something is wrong. I might have went where I was not supposed to go. Yeah. This is not my book. Yo, guys. I could tell that because in my book, like everything critical is highlighted. Because the authors decided to explain every little thing. And imagine if you were to read the entire book, when will you finish? Like, as you can see, storyline after storyline, storyline after storyline. So, yeah, it just makes life difficult, like what they're doing. But we have to go through almost each and every step. They're important. So for dynamic plotting, you go under animate, you go under charts. Okay. So did you see what happened when it's like this? Okay, I just forgot. There are times whereby I need to come back and click on the way on my station before it can work. So then, okay, then after that you add, you must give it a name. I'm looking for a proper name. I see Q length. Right. So this one is going to be called Q length instead of what it says there. So you change the name there. Q length. Right. Then we need to do the expression. You might think that you can just somewhere type it. Trust me, it's very difficult to type. If you were to attempt to type, you will have to do this. Drilling center, and spelling might beat you up also. If your spelling is wrong, Q. Yeah, I'm not even sure if this thing will work out or not. Let me just look for it this way. Or you do this, you go to because most of the time it won't have it like this. Yeah? You go to expression and then Q. Okay, the average number in what? In Q. So what do they want? And another thing that I like about it is the fact that it now writes the thing properly like that. They want you to have drilling center Q, drilling center dot Q, drilling center dot Q. That no, we need this one. The number in the queue, it is like this now. So you know that you are certain about it. It's correct when it's like this, and you know that you're not forced to make silly mistakes such as spelling errors and stuff like that. Okay, and then okay, now they're explaining how to get there and stuff like that. Okay, the book is not configured to. Okay, there's something I want to teach very quickly, guys. Most of you might know it, but I know there's one person who doesn't know it. We see like you want to scroll. You see what it does? it simply move to another next page, and it can be tedious at times for it to do this. So you want to enable scrolling so that it can pull up another page while you're still trying to move, because it becomes like a lot difficult. You see, I just zoomed and I want to read, and already I'm on the next page. What's happening? So to do that, you go to view, and you go to page display, and you go to enable scrolling. So what it will do, you see now, it's no longer just calling another page. It immediately allows you to view what you're doing, basically. So it's, yeah, it is called scrolling. So okay, so now we are required to do this point to point. I'm sure it's something with step. Let's see. Yeah, we're using stairs. You see what it does when you change to stairs? It does that. It does that. Okay. And okay, then now I want to see other information on the right under scale. Okay, so I'm sure we need to be going to the axis now. Okay, the time series. You see that we're going under the time series now. We have maximum of 20. This thing is not friendly. The data that I need to be big is small. So if your window is too small, expand it so that you can see more stuff. Okay. And yeah, okay, I'm surprised why it's not showing nicely the way I want. Maximum there, we have 20. Okay, we have 20 that represent 20 minutes. Okay, and then we also have the major increment of 5. You know, increments, you know, obviously increment, something increases in the increment of 5. Okay, and then under this we have, where's the title? The title must be true so that the title can appear. Okay, so as you can see, it says value there. If you don't do that, it will never work. So now the maximum value is 100, which is 5. The major increment here is 1. Okay, so as you can see, it starts to change. Everything that you are doing, it changes stuff. So I want to auto scale. Auto scale maximum. Yeah, we leave it as true. Okay, which will automatically adjust the y-axis scale as needed, since we don't know up front how long the queue will get. Okay, and then under the title we want to the text to be visible, obviously. All right, and then finally the legend. Where is your legend there? There's your legend. You leave it open there so that the legend can be there. Okay, and I'm sure if you were to move them, this is how you will move them. Okay. And if you wanted to do the title, because again, you see there, you click on title and then the title comes there. And the text is drill press. Now, actually, we are looking for what parts in on the queue. Ne? So you definitely have to come up with a creative name for the title of your what you call of your work. So in this case, I'm sure we were checking the queue. Ne? Yeah, I can just say parts on the queue. Okay, as soon as you click OK, and then you need to draw it also. Don't make mistake, you need to draw it. Then it will appear like that. Okay. And now we need to go to, so this is how you're going to finalize it, by going to the run setup, and the run speed is not a problem. Most of these things are not a problem. The reports, okay. You see the project title name, project title. Obviously, this one is simple processing. You will have to write the name of the assignment, and then obviously your name there, analyst name. You write your name there. Others even have the project description there, and we are concerned about queues currently. We are concerned about entities resource, ne? And I think this guy is also important. Then now we're gonna go to number of replications. I believe replication, they're like iterations in other simulation systems. So for now, we'll leave it at 1. Okay, and then this will run for how many minutes? Warm up. Okay, this is in minutes because we our stats is gathered in minutes, and then replication length. Now, how long does this thing supposed to run? Do you want it to run for? I want it to run for 20 minutes. Okay, and then the base time unit is very critical. You are gonna leave it at minutes also. Okay. So now one thing that you need to understand about the replication length is that however, it will simply terminate at 20 minutes, and entity present then will be summarily abandoned, and then it will close the run basically. Or also you can cancel the run by pressing cancel. Okay. So actually they've done they've done the queue also, queue length and the number busy. Okay. They've done they've done 2 plots. So we're gonna leave it at 1 at what plot. And on viewing the reports, The one that we are using is honestly different. So I'm gonna make it slow at first so that, and if it's not running, this is where it will give you uh, the errors. So the safest way to do this is to stop the run and still interpret what they are trying to say. Resource state has been unlimited without being defined in the state set element. Possible cause element is not defined in the model logic. Possible cause the element symbol name contains a period character surrounded by one or more space characters. So we need to say, you can say find or you can just say edit. So our issue is here. Okay, what's wrong here? Picture ID. No, that is not a problem. So what could be a problem here? Okay, I don't see a problem. Because on is basic, everything is it's done. Drill press. We cannot use another thing except this. Okay, click OK. Then I want to see under my resources, what do I find? Okay, seems like I do not have the pictures here under here. Okay, I don't see any issues. Okay. So if I continue getting this mistake, I'll need to remove it. The issue is this guy identifies this is a drill press. Yes. State idle busy. Okay, maybe I'm making a mistake. I don't know how, but it's fine. That's why I wanted to revise what I've wanted to teach today. Okay, let's try. There. What did I do exactly? I did nothing. So now this thing, after 20 runs, it finishes after 20 minutes. So now click yes. Then it generates an Excel report. I would like to believe that this company has parted ways with this was supposed to be the report, how it looks in the past. This is what I know, Lina. I did it 2015. I was doing my pre-check. But obviously, things change. So the company that we're using it's from a software and application SAP. Again, competitor of Oracle. Those who are working under the planning department, they will know that, and procurement, they will know what is Oracle and SAP. They are ERP applications or softwares. So now I would like to believe, because why would the latest software of yours no longer work with that? Because everybody is moving to to Microsoft. And let me tell you this: if this reporting style was good, but uh, it lacked, probably I'm suspecting it lacked integration with other softwares. So at the center, at the heart of every reporting of statistical data, you need Excel. I suspect they made a choice to say no. Let's leave what you call let's leave the this form of, I think it's called crystal reporting. Let's leave it. Let's move with Excel, because Excel is generic, and Excel you can take this data and go analyze it on Excel and process it further so that you can go and display it for your management, and you end up having nice graphs and stuff like that. And others, they would feed it into the other systems uh, 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 to do further analysis and to actually adjust your plant according to the new the new data, so it can help in decision making also. So yeah, I would strongly suggest that we use Excel, all of us. Let's rather use thing one thing. I wouldn't advise anyone to come up with the old version. As I stated before, that once you open your work with a new with a new with a new uh, arena, you will not be able to open it with your old arena. So if it happens that the labs have the new one and you open it there and you save, you won't be able to go back to open the file again, and that will definitely will frustrate you. Trust me on that one. Okay, so now there's some data that they want us to focus on. One of the data is the scheduled, it's simply processing resource usage, ne? And then which is scheduled utilization of the drill press. So basically, drill press, the utilization of the drill press was 0.9171, which it simply means that the machine was busy 91% of the time. So I want to go under, who's baiting now? What's happening now? This thing has a tendency of, this software has a tendency of, and it's difficult to really crack it, but I know I did manage to at some point, of incorporating other reports on your report. So keep in mind that it doesn't do that. If you have to save your work with a different name on a different location, it will be the best thing that you do. Because you see, it says model one. It has already covered model one somewhere, and it has data of different days. As you can see here, today's date is there. Look, it has things that I was doing on for this model one on July, and also around the 22nd of July, and also right now. And it is doing the comparisons of that. And as you can see, even the project name, sampling process, this is the one, loan application system. So it doesn't forget these things. They are all under module one. So it is always safe and best to avoid this, because I know it will happen on your assignment, and you don't want that. You don't want that. So in order for us to do the right thing, we will have to say, because this is chapter 3, I would say 3.1, file, save, no, what am I doing? Save as, you see, it's still saying model 1. That's why it incorporates. This software is too intelligent. Yeah, it's doing things that Lena sometimes I question. So you would say, simple processing. No. Let's just say chapter 3.1. Obviously, for you, when you're doing assignment, it will be assignment name and your initials. PN Maibela. Student number 20114462. So something like this, and then you don't give me a dialogue, a long story. patterns that I don't want to see. No, don't do that. So then you save. Then we run again the model. Let's run it again. Oh, I want to close that Excel there before I open this. Right. And it wants you to enable, before you can do anything, enable this so that data can be transferred to here. So you see now, we are now no longer having Betty and the likes and these and reference. We are now only focusing on this. So you have critical data there that is covered. At the drill center, we have the total time for processing. The average is that. And what is the normal time? Well, overall max value is that. So it took 12 minutes to do for the station drill center has operated for 12 minutes, right? And uh, what is that? The value added time per entity is that one. So you see, there's other important information that they are putting. You can some more do this. You highlight from the top there, you hide. Guys, I cannot teach you everything. Hide so that, and this one, you can do this, and you can even center it if you want. Center. Excel, guys, very important. You need to polish your Excel skills. And now you are able to differentiate what's happening here. We need data that can be managed. So then you are able now to see your process time on your entity, and then the wait time. Yeah. So you can see even your queue there, and none value added for this other time, total time. So this matches there. So this matches how long has the machine ran. Okay. The transfer time is not included. And yeah, then we move on this side. Okay. Any data that tends to repeat, don't be shy. You can just say like this, hide, so that we can focus on only important data. Open the one that you find necessary. You see this one is what the drill press. The drill press, it's utilization now is that one. So obviously others, not everyone is mathematically inclined. Therefore, we will do this, multiply by 100. Yo, this one, what am I doing? Whatever number that is there, multiply by 100. Yeah, then it becomes this. Or you can simply equals to, you just take it and click enter and click on it again and click on percent. You get your value there, and you can just, guys, you're industrial engineering. You're industrial engineers. You know the importance of utilization in the plant. So this is how it gives you utilization. You know work in process. When work in progress, it's very important. Part work in progress. So basically, these ones were the ones that we had to dump. I think we had 4, and then the ones that were number waiting we had 3. Okay. Okay. This other was a blank. Okay, this is just a repetition here. It's a utilization. And number in 7. Okay, number out 5. Yeah, this is a very interesting thing, side statistic also. So it seems like it is processed 7 numbers and only 5 were released. Okay, Then what is this? Accumulate wait time. Okay, that's not important that much, depending if they wanted it. If they wanted it, then you still you release it, you give it out. Okay, number seized, there's 6 there. So yeah, it's very you have a lot of data, guys, that you can play around here, and I will ask you the data that I want. They also on the book there's a specific data that they themselves focused on. So I believe I will also ask you the data that I'm concerned about. So as you can see there, we have number in uh, with simple processing process other number out. It's your simple processing, okay, and then the value was 5. As you can see, you have to remember it says 5 is the one that and then simple processing uh, entity time wait part of the 5 parts that exited the system. The average wait time in all queues on which there is only one in this model was this one, 3 minutes, and the maximum was 8 minutes. This is a delay time basically, or it's a processing time basically. Yeah, the reason the average here differs from the average waiting time in queue. So obviously, the waiting time in queue, that's a whole different thing. That's not the same thing basically. And then working process, the average is 1.7 of parts and hit maximum of 4 parts at the same point. Okay. So there's a lot of things that they are discussing that you can, as I mentioned before, that the way this works is that Arena uses third-party software called SAP Crystal Reports. Okay, when you install the software, the current Arena ignores it. It's already installed even on my own PC, but it's no longer using it to generate reports. So it means that they have divorced in simple terms. They went with because already they were using Microsoft Access databases. So why not use Excel? Excel is the best. And almost all softwares that are there, they can switch into Excel. So or they can, how can I put it? They can simple word. What is this word? Export, import. They can import data from Excel and they can export data to Excel. Almost all softwares that are there. If your software can't do that, then you're in trouble. Okay. So, okay. So now they are actually redoing that module. Then they have. So if you were to redo this module on the book, you'll find it. It says doing it yourself. This module, build the model yourself. Is 3.4. 3.4. It has very interesting tables that it shows you and displays and stuff like that. There's a lot of things that it's covering. So yeah, then you check, you run it, and then you'll extract the information that you need and stuff like that. You practice, the better you get to it, the more faster you will be able to submit when we need you to submit. Okay. All right. I want to see something. So now, do they want us to run this at 3.5? Okay, this is a different thing. All right. So closing this, don't save. So I'm going to amend this so that I have a different question, and I'm going to rename it 3.5. Save as. So we are doing series processing versus parallel processing. So obviously we must do one at a time, and I believe the first one we're going to do is series processing. Series processing. Then chapter 3.5. It's chapter 3.5. So I've renamed my whole project so that I can amend my stuff there. It was better to just start afresh. I don't know why I've done that. Start afresh is the best thing. Right. Okay. So on this example, maybe I can just read it for you guys. You can see. A classic operational question is whether to have specialized or generalized workers where processing involves multiple different tasks. Or related question is how processing time variable affects the decision. Based on a paper by Harrison and Lodge 1995, we can investigate this using the ARENA modules introduced in 3.1. Arguments can be made for both specialized and generalized work depending on the setting, and experiments have been conducted on real systems, sometimes with disappointing results. A careful simulation study might help avoid such disappointments. Consider a loan application office. So now we can see that, okay, we're dealing with a loan, as did Harrison and Lodge, where applications arrive with exponential distribution, enter arrival times mean 1.25 hours. The first application arrives at time 0. So you must be, this information is very important to always remember. Read everything carefully, and when you watch my videos, listen also carefully. That is very important. So now, okay, maybe I can just read and finish, and then I'll start. So now, process each application requires 4 steps. Okay, first, a credit check. This takes time, but everyone passes. Then prepare the loan covenant. Then pricing the loan, and finally disbursement of funds. So those are 4 processes. If there's any need for you to do a decision, you'll obviously know, because at some point when you do a credit check, you can be rejected. So this says everyone passes, therefore it doesn't allow us to put a condition. And then you obviously, as soon as you prepare the covenant, it doesn't tell us anything about decision making there. So we'll leave it like that for now. The time for each step is exponentially distributed with a mean 1 hour independent of the other steps and of the arrival process. So they are using the same time based on this 1 hour. And initially the system is empty and idle. We will run it for 160 hours, about a work month. Okay, so we will have to check that on chapter 5. So let's begin to build the system now. Okay, so there are 4 employees available. It's Alfie, Betty, Chuck, and Doris, all equally qualified for any of the 4 steps, and question is how best to deploy them. Okay, so uh so as you can see, like there's too much storytelling in this book. And yeah, on my BTEC days I had notes that made sense. Whatever that I wanted to test, I would just get only instructions that are required, not the storytelling. But I don't have that here, you know. Remember, I did my BTEC 2015. It's how many years back? See, 10 years back. So I no longer have any of those things. Even the laptop that time. Yeah, I lost so many laptops in between that. So yeah. So okay, they say now Alfie. Okay, Alfie check the what? The credit for all applications. Betty is the one who prepare all the covenants, and then Chuck to the price all the loans, and then Doris to disperse all the funds. So each application will first have to go through Alfie, then Betty, then Chuck, and finally Doris layout. And then we have to use the FIFO on the queuing method. And the process is actually going to be conducted in this manner. Where's create? There's my create. And then as we go, we need to bring all the stations that are required. There's something I wanted to see here, but it doesn't allow me. It's fine. Where's my processes? Process now. Where is your process now? Process there. Okay. And there are how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4. Let's put all 4 of them. So it looks like there's no other conditions. So here we're testing parallel and series. So this one is the series, and we're going to dispose. All right, just like that. Good. So obviously all 4 of them, they're gonna have sys. What's the name of the arrival? Application arrives. Okay. No. Application arrives. And what is my entity? This thing is explaining a lot of things, and I wanted to go into what I need. Okay, it wants me to read apparently. Okay, it's fine. I'll read everything because I need the stats. Okay, module name, the name, entity. Okay, application arrive, entity will be application. Okay, and then this will become expo, which is not this one. It's actually expression with the mean there. Okay, what's the I want the details. Why can't I see the times? What's happening? Okay, they said 1.25. It's just storytelling that makes you not to find things that you want. Hours, okay. And then how many applications do they arrive at the time? I believe it's zero. It's one at a time. And okay, and then I think this is fine. Okay, yeah. Right. Then how long do they process the delays now? I want to see where are the delays, the delay times, because this is 160 is how long this thing's gonna run in total. Under process. Okay, so somewhere it says these things are running for they are delayed for 1 hour. I just forgot where it said that. It's playing tricks with me, this thing. There's so many stuff and I need to go all around here. Let's see, there's a sound coming. I think it's network from someone. Okay, which is not a problem. Okay, then
Sir,
this Igbo.
I'm sorry, since it says there's a delay, aren't we supposed to use under discrete processing the one that's for delay?
Yes, we're definitely going to no. You always cease delay release. Otherwise, you will struggle with your resources. Ne?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Otherwise, you'll struggle with your resources because if you were to say delay, you won't be able to put the resource. As you can see here, we are unable to put the resource. So you need to then come here. The resource name, the first one, I believe is it Alfie? Ne? Alfie. So he's alone, Alfie. And after that, it's going to take 1 hour. Uh, expression, yeah, the thing is expression, and we are using expo mean of 1, mean of 1. Okay, and the name, obviously, what is he doing there? Because he's Alfie, what is he doing? He is Alfie checks credit. Alfie checks what? Credit. Yeah. Okay, and then now another one. Betty does what? Prepare covenant. Okay, then right, and then add the name is Betty. Right, then this expression expo mean 1. Okay, everything looks perfect. Click OK. Then we come this side. Who's this? Is Chuck. Chuck price prices loan and and they said they are moving on the same time, which is expression. And no, ours is fine. Expo mean of 1. Okay, the last one is dispersing of the funds. Doris disperses funds, right? And there, and expression, and no, hours, and then expo 1. No. This one. 1. And let's not forget to add there. What is her name? This one. Doris. So people can be your resources, guys, not the computers they're working with. People can be your resources, guys. And then application departs. Okay. I'm sure I've done everything that they want me to do. Okay, so now dynamic plot. So we can have people there working. Let's see. Okay, the default entity picture is your data picture report, and your this data report application part. Let go of the part. We're doing application now, so that you don't get confused in anyhow. And then the default resource elimination are almost okay. They're not okay for the resource. Let's go. You see now it's blank here. It's only allowing us to do the entity. So it's important to always click here and then you go back. This is what I was emphasizing before. So I want to check something. I want to check something. If I come to this guy, resource this one, oh, it doesn't tell me. Okay. So for Alfie, okay, all right, I see. So for Alfie, his whatever delay, inactive, and fail, all his things are here. If I click OK, I'd like to believe, oh yeah, there. Okay, this is good. Okay, this part I didn't explore. Then this one, resource. I would like to put people, but can I put people busy? Yes, I know how to do it. Okay, I'm gonna do the busy to be a human being. Okay, to do this, you need to obviously open human beings here. Yeah? So you're gonna say open people. And there's your people. Oh, this is dope. Look at that. So now you can take this, you no, sorry. Take this and you add there idle and busy, and you see where I click there and I come click there and I send it. So whoever this one would be, let's say it becomes Alfie. Why don't I have apply so I can do the others? It's not cool what it's doing. People, you see now what I said also last time. Used the date. I'm putting one there because I'm suspecting it might need me to do multiple of these things. That is Alfie and Betty. Oh, it is adjusted already. Okay, this is cool. Oh, no, don't do that. Okay, who's this? This is Betty. This is Betty. Okay, and Alfie resource Alfie idle busy failed. Click OK. No, I don't know what those thing want from me. Okay, then that's how. Okay, this one came out very well. So this one is incorrect. If you double click on it, the nice thing is that you are able to amend it like I have now. Idle, or basically all I needed to do is to change the idle and then click OK. Okay. That other section that is always coming up, I don't know what is it all about. So, but you've seen the process. Repeating it multiple times won't add any significant value now. So now we've changed that, and we want the uh, queue and resource data modules automatically filled. What is this? This is animation. Okay, now the plot. What is the plot? Dynamic plot. Okay, so we're gonna go to plots, right, and we add. Okay. So what we want entities entities work in progress. So there you change the name, entities WIP. Okay, and exist start with Y. We want to see the an expression entities. How does it recommend we do it? WIP. Okay, for what? Okay, it doesn't explain a lot of things. We'll do this though. Where's my expression? Where do I do my expressions? Expression there. And okay, application arrive, application departs. I like these ones also, because as soon as you say where is the application only, I see number out, number arrive. It doesn't do nicely the work in progress. So rather we do this and number in. So the in process like this one, entities WIP. Yeah, this is what they want. Entities WIP for the application, and yeah, that's what they are looking for. And that we need the point to point needs to go, because you see the graph is not nice according to Arena. They say it's not nice. So the other stats lookalike stuff that they are adding, I don't think they're of value that much. They are where the graph must end and stuff like that, incremental values and stuff. I no, I don't. I didn't see them affecting. Like I didn't see them affecting me much. All this information there, I didn't see them affecting me much. So the title of what? The title must always appear. So applications in process. So where's the title? Time. It says time. And this is for this on the bottom. Okay, this is time. Definitely it's time. Then left value. Okay, this one must value. That cannot be just value. It's applications. Applications in process, like that. And What is the title of the graph? Actually, here, this is where you need applications in process, not the other one. The other one, maybe you must just say application or work in process. No, a number of applications. That's the number of applications in process. So you need to change this one to be, it cannot be this way. The number of applications doesn't need to have a definition like this. Okay, and then click OK. I don't know why this guy always opens a new page. Right, then it's gonna come like that. Okay, here's my title. I did put a title of the what this thing. Oh, I needed to do this. Okay. Okay. Then we're gonna run this for 160 minutes. Animate. No, not animate. Run and then set up. Okay. So they want us to run it for 160 replication length 160. So this is pre-assumed to be not presumed. This is equal to a month. 160. Aibo. Conject per week is 40 hours. Okay. Times 4. Oh, Evan. Was I that ignorant my entire 15 odd years working, not realizing 160 hours? Wow. Yeah, that is, yeah. So 160 hours, unit base time is what is hours. Everything is hours here. They don't have any issues. Everything is hours. Warm up, we don't care about warm up. You can leave it at hours though. Okay. Replication there is 1, and then the project parameters, the name is this is series processing of what? Of applications. Right. Okay. And I think it's running. Celebrate errors as you are practicing. They means that you're doing something nice. So now, as you can see, there's your queue. Whenever something is on the queue, you can see it's piling them up. It's piling them up on the queue there. And this is meant for increasing the speed. As you can see, and we have reached the 160 60 hours. I didn't. Hey, this is very interesting. This, you see, it ends at 160 hours. This is very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. Then yes. Then enable. You see what it does there on top? Series processing chapter 3. This is very nice what it is doing there. And then we have the names Alfie. Because Alfie was a resource, so you know these times by just looking at this. We are now working, guys. These are the times that we are using at your company. Any repeats, take them out. You don't delete anything because this is a specially designed thing. So overall, total time per entity, meaning that the times that he has worked on with the entities, I think I don't know whether should I say, because this is 10 minutes. Whoa, the longest this person worked on an application was 10 minutes. This is what it means. This is what it means. So, and then the shortest, okay, I don't see the shortest, but yeah, this is very interesting. So, the longest queue, does it say queue here for Alfie? Person who the longest time the entity waited was 8 minutes. So hey, this is nice for a bank. I was at the bank yesterday. You know this they tell us a fika and they're gonna block our cards and anything you spend an hour there. So yeah, and then total time entity is 27 minutes for Alfie. Hi Alfie, mana. Hey, when I wasting time, mana. 27 minutes. Oh, but this is total time that he worked. Okay, makes sense. 27 minutes. Okay, it's fine. Or this is no. Remember, this is for 160. This is for a month. So that is 27 hours in a month. These are not minutes, guys. These are what you call, these are hours. So yeah, yeah, nearly made a mistake there. So we move right along to more data. I like this one. Also, so it tells you what Betty is doing, and it gives the data like that. So this one had work in progress of applications. These are the applications they took 12 hours. Or is it time? No, work in process is not the time. It's the ones that were uh, left while we were processing. Okay. It's number busy and utilization 70%. So Alfie, what's your utilization? It's 82%. And Betty 80%. Chuck 80%. Taurus. Look at this, how naughty it is. It's even including the stuff that are not part of the assignment. Guys, must make it a point that I think because of we just played around the uh, we just played around the actual file. We need to start afresh. What I see this is of a repercussion of not starting afresh a new thing by editing. So it continues adding data for other things that are not part of our assessment. Okay. So now you can see the total time per entity, wait time per entity, waiting time, total time. This is state that industry depends on. So when you start to run your, when you start to do serious, can I put it, simulations, this is the data that you'll be generating for your company, and you can do further processing on it. Okay. So they say the maximum number of total number of applications is 27. So you can now prove that everything is correct. Where they say 27, and then this is what average 16. Yeah. So this is total time for the total number of applications. Okay, 27 hours. Then So the total time, maximum total time that application spent waiting. Whew. The total time spent waiting now is this one. Yeah, it's 22 hours. Yeah, that's significant. And then you need to, obviously, it tells you what you need to focus on. And it states that this includes only time wasted waiting in the queue. Okay. 117 applications were completed. So I want to see that. So there, 117 applications. How do you see it? Because of we are dealing with, this is for applications. So, and then I did mention this even before that data that is not important must be hidden basically. Even though it doesn't match the ones that they, because this is in completion, it doesn't necessarily match the, because of when we stop the process, we stop it. It's like Chile. If they don't pay overtime, you drop all the tools and you go home. You're witnessing that every day, isn't it? People just leave, and then it checks the utilization. Also, it compares that 82% that I was mentioning, that only slow person here appeared to be Betty at 70.3%. Where's her utilization? Okay, from where I am, it's not gonna show. It was this side actually. Ivan, what's up, Anna? Okay, there, Betty, scheduled, there. So it's 70. You see, Betty is a little bit slower as compared to the rest of the pack. Others were well over performing above 10% rate. And you go down to the plant and analyze what's wrong, and you might be surprised. Maybe she was stressed, PF, for stress, or maybe issues of pregnancy. Not to say all pregnant people are slow, but obviously, we need to take care of them, not to make them to go to work and change unnecessarily. So, guys, we're gonna do I think if we do one chapter a day, it will be best. So we're gonna continue by covering the model 3.3 parallel. So this one, I believe, is automatically saved. If it's not saved, you must save it. And because I'm using OneDrive file. Okay, where did you save this? Can't just save anywhere. I must save where I want you to go. I'll reveal a lot of things this time. So it's saved. I'll find it. Okay, then close it. It looks like this thing always wants to be closed. And then open it again. Guys, I need 2 minutes of personal care. Our classes are very late. Obviously, we need to make sure that once in a while we address certain natural stuff because we're drinking water and stuff like that. I'll continue by 5 past.
Okay, sir, that's not a problem.
I'll address this comment just now. I saw a comment when we continue. Where's that comment? Yeah, I'll address the comment. All right, guys. Yeah. Before I continue, there was a comment of wanting to understand the ribbons and the tips on what is happening. So I have this booklet here. Says welcome. Let's check. Because now I went straight to the textbook. There was one of them. Okay. So here we are having a project bar. Here we are having the model window view, spreadsheet view. Here we have the model window for the flowchart. Okay. And the project bar is differentiated in the following. We have data definition panel that contains the modeling shapes called modules that you will use to define your system. And then the discrete processing panel contains the more common flowchart modules that you will use to define your process. And then the decision panel contains the flowchart modules used to represent decisions. Okay. Whenever you want to do decisions, you consult the decision table. And they let's say maybe you have something that requires you to give it a 50-50 chance, and if the statement is true, maybe you say 70% is true, you'll give it like this, and then 30 it's false. It's a two-way chance, and it has not this one. I want to say two-way end condition. If this entity is greater or equals to, then it makes a decision from that point of view. And we have reports panel. Okay, this decision report panel. So usually reports come up here, but as they're no longer they now Excel. In fact, we're no longer having that module that was coming up in the past. Now they're in a form of Excel. Okay. And so what is a module? You see, the modules already are covered. You can be able to go through the modules in this book. They will explain. And so far, we've been using the simple ones: the create, the dispose, the process. Only basically the three. Yeah, and then we're gonna explore as we go, obviously. And the data tables for defining the resources. As you can see, it has capacity in it. Whenever you want to say, I want 3 machineries, because you ultimately cannot say, is this blank? Oh, this is blank. I forgot that. We are moving on. So, for instance, if I come to process, is my process here, and I do my process. Maybe what is it? This is because this exercise should be similar to that one. So it's going to be maybe Betty. Betty is processing check credit. Yeah, let's say checks credit. Yeah, credit. So then I would say, since Betty, the application sees Betty, gets Betty's attention, then it gets delayed when it is being processed. So Betty now, she is a resource. Then it says unit to seize. You cannot say 2 here. If Betty had a partner, you cannot do it here. You are actually going to do it under the data definition of resource because that's where you find capacity. If there were more than one people working on that station, we're gonna do it there. And then the entity type also, you can see that create works with entities closely. Let's create. Hey, the basic one now doesn't want to appear. Hey, this thing, I don't know. In the past, create was the first one, so I'm still stuck in the past. So now create is something that you must look for. So yeah. So now create application arrives basically. Application arrives at the system or something, and then entity, it's application. You just type it there, application. Then obviously put on your times. However, this is not where you are configuring the application. You need to find the entity definition, entity data. Then this is where now you will be able to, if you had so many entities, you were going to add them here and amend them as per your interest and desire. And this is where you can change the name. So if we wanted a blue ball, our application to be a blue ball, the application now going forward is going to appear as a blue ball. Okay. And also for that entity specifically, which is application, you have holding cost because why? Entity is more like your material, your product that you're going to produce. So it's in the form of material. Okay. And you have it, you have your holding cost, you have your initial value added cost, you have non-value added cost, and so on and so on. Okay. So these are the most ones that are using stuff that differs. Then they give an example even in the very same book. So you just need to confirm with me if you do have this booklet of its name is welcome. So I'll post it if it's not there. And let's see on this one, Arena user guide, 88 pages. I'd like to believe that's the same book. You can see even how they are writing as you are introducing. It's typically the similar book. But this is the older version, by the way. And you see create where it was in the past. It was the first thing you come across. Now they've decided to randomize. So they are technically explaining everything that I've explained. If still you want this book, let me know. The Arena Basic Edition and the Welcome. Yes, Pello.
Yeah, apologies, sir. Apologies, sir. I think
Oh,
just by looking at this book, sir, I feel like it's on point, sir, and you can see that it's only how many pages? 88 pages. So I do believe that it's even going to be easy to go through. So kindly share it, sir, because I've never seen it. Thank you.
okay. Let me attempt to share now. So yeah, I think it will be a right thing that colleagues opt for that. However, the textbook, even the textbook that I'm using, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it, although it's long. That I have to say, it's long, and I had to go through all of them in order to make a decision to say no, I'm sticking to the textbook because I realized that the textbook has all the things that we are doing, all of them in one place, basically. So I, on my side, I would still say the book is better. Yes, it's long and tedious, but that's why I'm here to break it down for you. So I am about to share the arena tutorial, the arena basic. Okay, this one don't want to come with me. Oh, this thing can do one at a time. Okay, so let's start with arena. No, I didn't say arena tutorial. I said getting started with arena. Open. So it's coming. And I'm gonna attempt. Where is this one? Welcome one. I can't see it now anymore. So okay, rather okay one. I'd rather do this. Okay. So I'm uploading stuff and then I'm gonna release them as soon as they are ready to be released. With your permission, can I continue, guys? Sure, the fatigue. Yo. Okay. Yeah, no, if you're facing challenges, email me, especially with regarding to the thing, then we'll create an appointment and we meet online, then I assist you. If we are using Teams, I might even attempt to do it for you online because I can gain access to your PC through Teams, but I don't know if it allows control of screens for other companies. You know what it is. So, guys, I am gonna continue. Sure. I know the fatigue is dealing with me big time. Where is this? Was my book? Okay, now we are going to do parallel. So with parallel, I would like to say first parallel processing. Okay. It was under 3.5 Leon. I can just leave it as 3.5. Okay, so now it's important that the name you deal with it before running anything, because as you saw, it tend to pack information that is not needed on the assignment. Now I don't want to see stuff that you are practicing even on thing, so you might easily attract negative marking, and I don't want that. I don't want that, honestly. And imagine that because you are required to present this, you might have issues when data that you didn't expect comes in your presentation, and now you start talking about it, and yeah, we can see that this one is not mature, and you're gonna have issues. So this one of their currently stuff on the queue is the one that disturbs me. They themselves don't address it properly, so I didn't now stress much until I find a way to address it properly. So we will start. We are going to do it in a simpler way. So now we're doing parallel, you know? So they're not longer on series. So if it's parallel, there's going to be only one, because these guys are all doing one and the same thing. They're all processing the applications. Like everyone is doing the same thing basically. So they are doing credit check, they are dispersing the funds, they are everyone is doing everything himself basically. Like I think this is what they have adopted in the bank. When you visit the bank, you realize one thing about how they are now working, and I believe this simulation method is the one that led them to do that. That the person whom you are going to under service desk, they can offer you a loan there and there. They can offer you an upgrade of your card. They can offer you a credit card. They can offer you insurance. They can offer you everything without saying, let's speak to the financial advisor. No, I think they are now well equipped to do everything else. And only person they need is their manager to grant what you call this, to authorize things. So they can almost give you everything. And because of they are now even working with tablets. They can just move all over the bank and talk with you anywhere you want to talk. And so they're going with another nice uh, uh, method of processing. So now we have let's see. Application arrives. Applications arrives. Entity obviously is still applications. Uh, okay. And the times, I believe they're still the same. The 1.25 hours, still the same. That is expression expo mean of 1.25. Okay, this is in hours, and this is remaining the same. Okay, and obviously data definition, entity. Okay, I want to use this one, the one that I tend to be blue, and I must tell this one that hey, we're no longer working with you, we're working with this guy. Okay. Okay. So the resource is going to be loan office, but the process is one of the people processes all four steps. Okay, and we have release like that, and resource is loan office. Okay, and the time is expression. This is our processing time, is expression. And I'm sure somebody is asking himself, since we know that there are four resources, how are we going to do that? We're going to say plus. One, two, three, four, and then click OK. Okay. So it says entity. Okay, this is not where we specify that there are 4 units of this resource in existence, but rather in the capacity column. So remember, I did mention this, that under the resource column, then we are going to tell it that we are having 4 people that are able to do the job. And another way to do this, okay, this is not recommended actually, this other way, so I'll leave it. Let's rather stick to what we have done there. Okay. Okay, so now this is going to be very interesting. We're going to now we're doing the animation resource. Loan office state, okay, and then idle, it's that. Working is that. But we don't need fail. Okay. That. We were informed that we need to duplicate it 3 times. Okay. Okay. Resource defined as a time average number of units, busy, came out as that, and then we divided by 4. Okay. All right, I want to see something. They've already run it, so the times as I believe they still want 60 hours set up. Parallel. Don't do that. Processing and reports, project parameters. That is 160, which is equals to a month, and then yeah, and if everything is fine. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna run it. What happened now? Okay, so one is busy there. You see that? That one is busy. These ones are idling. What, like it's not spreading the tasks? This is weird. It needs to spread the task. It used only one person. All right, let's compare the times. I want to see if this process is it necessary or we did something wrong. Because here we have this time. Total in the system 2721. I still remember that 2721, and then Okay, this is okay. They changed. They've redid this constant, so that doesn't matter. So we'll focus on this. So 135 came out. Yeah, we're gonna make a very quick comparison. So now under the total work in process, average is 538. So we are correct. So it seems like we did nothing wrong. And then the max is, I believe it's supposed to be 21. All these things must go. And the parts that we've dealt with were 135. Okay, that is good. And total time says 13, or total time in the system is 13. Okay, good. Okay, so like, yeah, no, it does correspond. We didn't do any mistake. But what I couldn't do, this part of saying that I already stuff on the process, I was not able to do. And we still managed to process the same thing. So I don't know how different are we from them, whilst there were 12 items already on the processing. I want to see utilization. Where's utilization? Utilization is normally found where resource 87 there. Number of scheduled resource, there were 4. And then utilization of your resource, you used it 87%, and yes, it is 78%. Okay, very interesting. So when you're using a constant number here, we do everything using a constant. This is what you get, and then save and close. Okay. Now I'm scrolling down all the way on the book, because other things are just way out of our range of learning. And I say this book can be really long. It is. So exercises, I don't have a solution manual, so I'm not going to dwell on the book exercises much. My inspiration of my lab test is going to be based on what we have done. So I'll change some things that I can kind of validate that they're true or not. I don't want to try to be smart. So yeah, this is the end of the chapter basically. Next week when we meet, we are going to do this one. This one was the longest chapter. This one was the longest chapter, but yeah, this one was very interesting basically. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, we've been here for long. And for me, I had 5 hours already that I've been working 8 until 1. I was constantly doing work stuff, and then from there I wanted to prepare for this. And yeah, so I've been forever sitting on the seat. So if I am to start this, the thing is, it's very long. I prefer I get you on a fresh mind. Already we have recorded around about 2 hour 30 minutes. No, I think for the sake of our recording, this is going to be too long, guys. No, I cannot have a 4 hour recording. If you want, I can upload this recording on my YouTube, and I post it on Vutela as a chapter, so say chapter 3. So unlike when you go into Vutela recordings, I'm sure you will only see dates. Let me validate what I'm talking about. So if you were to go to Vutela and you go to where's this? I want recorded sessions. View recordings. They usually don't have titles. You see, it says it's the name of the module, recording 1. And as we are recording right now, it's recording 2. So do you guys want me to post this on my YouTube? So and then then I'm going to put it nicely under as a link under here. So I'll simply say learning, and then what is this one? Is chapter 3. Chapter 3. Guys, please, can I have a seconder? You agree? And I'll add it as a link here.
Yes, you can do that, sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. No,
okay.
that's okay, sir.
Yeah, because the one thing I know is the chapters, the recordings, they're just going to be recording 1, 2, 3, 4, and you won't know which one is important. Let's say you're not mastering something, you'll be forced to download it, and even when you download it, it will still say recording 1. It will never give you a proper description of what is happening under there. So yeah, I will do that. And obviously, while you add on that, I'm going to send you my YouTube link also, just in case you
We've
for
already
you to
subscribed.
you've already subscribed. Okay, let's send again because I know people are always not attending. I'm gonna send it one more time so that people can do it again. So where am I? 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 Okay. I need to consult with that. I will need to consult regarding how are we going to facilitate our tests. I know it's written that, but remember, a study guide is an ongoing thing. It's not wise to just amend things as new as I am. So I will. Okay. Okay. uh I don't have a problem to show people on how to make a video ne? That I don't have a problem with. However, it will be a lot easy if me and you would do it together. So rather, let's make an appointment, and then I'll show you how to install it. And why don't I have a video on installation? Installation shouldn't be a difficult thing. Okay, yeah, it looks like I don't have a video. I can create a video. I'm a hardcore content creator, guys. I will definitely create a small video, but I'm also open to assist you guys for the sake of making sure that it works. Because it, and also let us quick demo here. Okay, I don't have any file that I can use, but I will try. Let's see under downloads. one thing about it comes as a zip folder like this, and people tend to open zip folders and go straight to the installation. It will never work. Do not do that. Never install anything that is zipped. Get used to a habit of extracting files. Then let's do it again. Right click, extract all, and then something will come up of this nature and extract. And unfortunately, in my case, it wants to replace things because I've already extracted. Then you would continue. Maybe I will just say skip these files. It will still extract and open what I need. See, so then you then start to install. Then I will. I'm 100% sure that once you extracted, you are most likely to never fail. That I'm highly positive. And inside the books, let me go to the books. Where is this? Does it say installation? Yeah, let's see. Once you have extracted, there's an icon that one of these books had that you must click on. Otherwise, if I don't find the book that has that, I'll definitely create it. Let's say I will create it. Yeah. Okay, I'll create it. I think I still have the Arena file on my USB. I'll do it. No problem, guys. I'll do it. And then the files already, some of the books are already there, as you can see here. The study materials are already there. Yeah. And when you struggle, you have my email. Please communicate, and yeah, and then I'll tell you when we are about to write, and I'll give you the instructions. I still need to consult the department on how these tests, because they are very late. I don't imagine. I don't know how they are handled. It's my first time teaching the late semester. Last semester I had everything during undergrad, so I was cruising nicely undergrad there. Now we are struggling on the Friday, 8:42. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so will it be possible for us to write on weekends?
Technically, it should be possible. I want to explore all avenues and know what is VUT is currently proposing and wanting us to use, and then I'll go as per their recommendation, and also to make sure that I have at least a 60 to let's say a 70-seater lab, computer lab, because I can't just say we write on a Saturday on campus, there are no computers. Then I might as well select to write at home. I need to make sure that I cross all the boxes and then I make a decision based on that advice. Yeah, in beauty, there's no SOPs, man. You throw in a deep end and you make a plan. So yeah, I'm swimming with sharks here, but I'll definitely get all the information that I need before the test comes. And one thing you need to be aware of is that the assignment will have an element of presentation, but also I still need to polish it nicely. Agree now. The main focus is at least introducing you to the software, and you can be able to play with it, explore it as we're moving along. Then I'll definitely prep everything that you need for the test and stuff like that. All right, guys, I think let's end it here. Do we have any other questions?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Minir.
I wanted to ask, so I didn't attend last week's class, so I just wanted to ask, is there like a group chat where you communicate, or will be just via a WhatsApp group chat, or to be just via email?
Okay, you contact me personally via email, strictly via email. However, it is very important for you guys to create a group chat. So what will happen is that see, when I don't see you, I don't know how to follow the procedures. It's easy to say, okay, whom are we appointing as a class rep? Do we have a name? Maybe let's rather do that process and let's stop recording this thing before it stops us. It may